What's going on, guys? I'm Improv, and as you can see, I have an Iron Man. If you've been following my other series called Casually Maxing, then you know I've been working on this Iron Man for a few years now. And if you clicked on this video, you're probably wondering what is 5 hours. Basically, it is going to be, I don't want to say series, but let's just say a segment where I go and do different activities throughout the game for 5 hours of in-game time and see what we can accomplish in that time. It is not meant to be a money making series or a efficiency series. It's just to try out all aspects of the game. It'll actually help a lot on my journey to maxing the account as well. But for example, we could do 5 hours of Volcano. We could do 5 hours of Temperos. We can do 5 hours of mining iron. Basically, it's going to be 5 hour segments of anything. So what I'm also thinking is, you guys can throw some suggestions on what you want to see down in the comments. And if it is a highly liked suggestion, then, it'll probably be in one of the next videos. Now, as far as certain activities, such as like things I don't know how to do, like Inferno, Coliseum, things like that, I still am up for doing those for 5 hours. Now, during those 5 hours, who knows? We might not get anything done. But I'm basically going to document a lot of it, and we're just going to have fun, Have a little bit of fun, have a little bit of variety, and that's the whole reason I really want to do this little segment called 5 hours. Now, obviously, there's a lot of other YouTubers who do things like killing thousands of monsters or spending 24 hours somewhere. So how did I land on 5 hours? Well, as you guys know, again, from my other series, Casually Maxing, I'm like a lot of you. I don't have a whole lot of time to play. Some weeks I might clock in 5 hours. Other weeks I might be able to clock in 25 hours, depending on what the weekend looks like. But seeing as I don't have a whole lot of time to play, 5 hours is more feasible. And who knows, if I do an activity for 5 hours and one of you guys want to replicate it, I'm sure you can find 5 hours of time to go and do said activity. And it gives you kind of an idea of what you're looking at for that. But I think it'll be very exciting because we're going to touch aspects of the game that most people don't touch anymore. We're going to try out different things. Some grinds might be really bad, some might be really good and really fun. But I think it'll be altogether pretty nice. So without further ado, let's get into 5 hours. All right, here's the gear we're going to be using. It seems like World 420 is like the unofficial mass world. So we're going to, get started here, and we have our timer ready to go. We're going to go ahead and start the timer. Now, your loot here is based on contribution, so I don't know like how much we're actually going to get considering there's just so many people here. So that'll be interesting to see. All right, first kill of the session. We get 10 raw shark, so I guess our damage ended up being okay. I don't know what else other people got, but we were starting at basically 20 kills, so that was the first one. There's Huey Veteran for 25 kills, a whole 6 rune dart tips. I'm excited to see what the log looks like at the end of these 5 hours, because some of these drops, obviously there's like you don't get much, but we could get spooned some rare stuff too, so it could be pretty interesting. It's like 1 to 2 minute kills with this many people, so we'll see what happens. Actually, if I end up getting the Dragon Hunter wand as well, I'll probably just go ahead and switch to Mage and just do like Earthwave, just because with the extra damage and everything, it's probably super chill and pretty good damage. So that would be pretty exciting, I think. Ooh, we got the Pillar Lover combat achievement, which is kill Hueycoatl whilst it's vulnerable. I think it's while having all of the pillars at full. So that's actually pretty good. We're actually getting some of the CAs done here too. Ooh, we just got the perfect Huey combat achievement. And that is for killing Huey perfectly 5 times without leaving. To get a perfect kill, you must not take any avoidable damage from lightning attack, slam attack, or off-prayer projectile attacks. So basically, we're gaming. Basically gaming. We got the tooth portion of the moon key. I actually haven't even opened the moon key yet. I wonder how good they are. I wonder if you can get the loot path from here as well, or if that's just from like skilling activities. Do you guys know when the guy says steady now, you just have to click on Huey, and then it'll basically queue up the run, so as soon as you're allowed to run in, it'll just go. Also, if you're having trouble skipping the slam, wait till it gets to the green, and then you can click to step over. So if you stand on the red, wait for it to get to that green right there, you can step over. All right, we're 1 hour in right now. We are at 55 kills, so we got 35 kills in that first hour. Might be able to do. That's probably about average of what we'll get. Probably about 35 kills an hour. Loot wise, we're sitting at about 300k total value. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what this turns out to be. Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. Obviously, it's a lot of loot, and it's just going to be a lot of just like talking points, just because we're condensing down 5 hours of content down to not too long, just because it's just a lot of the same things. But yeah, comment what you would want to see next. I have learned from doing this for the past 2.5 hours is even at a higher level, I mean, for the most part, you're always going to get the damage at the higher level. If you miss a couple ticks and you're not paying attention or get really unlucky, then you might not get loot. But for the most part, higher level with good gear, you're going to get loot. Now, if you're a lower level and you're doing melee, there is a strong chance you don't get loot if you have, I don't know, maybe base 70s or lower stats. You probably won't get any loot. So if you're a lower level wanting to do this, I definitely recommend maging. Probably using at least Earth Wave, I would guess. But then also if you have like Twin Flame Staff, or of course if you have the Dragon Wand, then use that. But definitely probably need just higher level melee stats in general, and a dual Maku if you have those, or a full Blood Moon armor. That'll be really good as well. We just passed the 150 kill threshold. No uniques yet. We officially have 1 hour left of our 5 hour journey here, and I will say it has gone by very, very fast. It seems like it is a lot easier to commit to something when you have a time frame versus committing to something when you're just going for a drop. I mean, that should be obvious just because you know exactly when you're going to be done versus not having any clue. But yeah, it's going by pretty quick. We're at 169 kills right now. So I imagine we will end a little above 200, but we got 1 more hour. Let's get it. At 175 KC, I finally see somebody get a Dragon Hunter wand. That is I think that's the second unique since I've been here. So in about 150 kills, it's the second unique. I think the first one might have been a tome. I don't even remember. But this is the second one that I've seen in 150, so that's pretty cool. Ooh, we finally got our first unique, Huasca seed. Now, obviously, since we are in a big mass, we only get one, but still, getting one finally is pretty nice. So that will help us be able to make prayer regeneration potions later on. So that is pretty good. Let's go. Oh, somebody got hide on that one too. So that was a pretty good overall unique kill. Oh my god, we got back-to-back seeds. Let's go. Now that will take. That we will take. Now we got 2 seeds. Let's go. And there we go. With 10 seconds left on the clock, we don't really have enough to complete another kill. So we are done. That was the full 5 hours. And I'm going to show you guys all the fun loot we got. And I will show you guys what XP I got as well. The Posca seeds were very, very nice. But yeah, let me show you guys that. So on screen right now, you'll see the total XP gained. Gained a lot of attack XP mostly, but the strength and defense were from using the Zamorak Hasta. That uses shared XP. So I swapped from that at around, I don't know, 1 hour in. I swapped from it and started using the dual Makus instead. So this is all of the loot we got, and in the order that we got it, starting at 0 kills all the way up to, I don't even know, like 200 or close to 200. But we definitely got a good amount of stuff. I mean, value-wise, if you're doing Huey to make money, I would say don't go to the mass worlds. You're gonna have better luck at, you know, finding a quad or three man or four man, which you can easily find in the mass worlds if you ask around as well. But mass definitely isn't for money. For unique drops, again, I think it's just better off to make some money along the way. So just do a 3 or 4 man. But yeah, 191 kills is what we got logged in this time frame. What we actually got from there is 10 Ranars, bunch of cannonballs. Some of the other seeds we got, 3 Torstals here. These are 9 Quarms, 14 Toadflax, 8 Avanto, 15 Lantidimes. So overall, again, the money and stuff isn't that great in the mass world, but you do have the potential of getting uniques, and they are very, very fast kills. Also, if you are somebody who needs to get the combat achievements done, then I would say you can do most of them in the mass world. However, some of them do require 5 or less players, so those you would need to find somebody to help with. So that is it for this video. I have a couple other activities already planned for the next couple 5-hour videos, but if you guys have any suggestions or anything you want to see, comment down below. If you enjoyed at least seeing this type of grind, then you know, let me know. Drop a like, drop a sub, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.